everything changes.
What's up, guys? Welcome in to the Rockstarflipper YouTube channel. Today is Saturday. It's football weekend. The playoffs are here, but I want to talk about a more serious matter besides the fact that we haven't taken down our Christmas tree. When do you guys take it down? Like 2 weeks after? I don't know. We usually take it down probably like a week or two after this weekend or next weekend, I suppose. I don't know. When do you guys do it? Okay, so we're going to talk about that important part of what I talked about last week with people who are the majority of this audience working full-time or part-time jobs. I got more emails about that than anything from anyone else, and it turns out that there are not quite as many of you working part-time as full-time, but the combined people that have some sort of job outside of reselling way dwarfs those of us that are full-time sellers. And so that is where I got the question of how many hours a day after my jobs would it take to begin building the business to eventually get it to where you could quit? And so we know that most of you want to get to a business that can do about 50 to 60,000 a year in gross sales, profiting you 30,000, 35. That would be the number. Most people, if they can do 3,000 a month pre-tax, that's what they make at their job. They could come home from the job and focus all their hours onto their full-time selling. And so what would it take to get to there? So I broke it down. Obviously, if you have a lot of money in investments and you could buy high dollar electronics and all that, you can do it a lot faster. You can do it a couple months and build a business up. But if you're clothing, shoes, mix of toys, the normal sellers selling $20, $30 items, it's not gonna happen in less than 6 months, guys. Not while you have a full-time job and can't dedicate it all. If you, tomorrow, somebody said all your bills are paid for 6 months, you can just sit down and work towards full-time selling, you could accomplish it quickly. But with that job, it's gonna take you 6 months, if not 9 months to a year to build to full-time income. So remember, full-time income, what we're talking about is $5,000 a month in sales, gross sales at 25 to 3,000 in profit. And you're gonna have to break those numbers down into number of items sold. So if you're selling even a $30 average, which is high, to do that $5,000, I mean, you're talking about what, 160, 170 items? 150 items would be what? 30 bucks would be 4,500. So you're talking about, 160, 170 items, 166 items a month to hit that number sold. Okay, so at 1%, that would mean you need, 1,600 rotating items active, because you're going to have to sell 166 items over the course of a day, 30 items. So we're talking about what, like 5.5 to 6 items. At 1%, you would need 500 to 600. At 0.5%, you need 1,000 to 1,200 items. Excuse me, I think I said that wrong. 1,000 to 1,200 rotating items. So you constantly have to achieve 1,000 to 1,200. If you're selling that many per day, if you're selling 166, so call it 5, 6, 7 items a day, you obviously have to list 5 or 6 or 7 to recover. That's an hour of listing, an hour of sourcing. So you're gonna figure you need 2 or 3 hours a day, at least every single day. That's 30 days. If you can't list all 30 days because of the job, because of doubles, because of just being too tired, and you can only list 20 days out of the month, well, now you have 10 less days, so now you're gonna have to be listing 8 to 10 items a day, at least. Now you're up to 2 or 3 hours of work every single day for 20 days. That is, 50, 60 hours of work, 50, 60 hours a month. Can you dedicate that to build your store up and keep it at that level? If you're able to sell higher dollar electronics, you may only need to work a couple hours a day, a couple days a week to keep that inventory level. But to answer everyone's questions, 3 or 4 hours a day, 20 hours or 20 days out of the month is an absolute necessity. 60 hours a month is what you need to reasonably expect to be able to put in enough work at normal $20, $30 items to build the store up in 6 to 9 months to get to a point where it can do $5,000 a month in gross sales, 6,000, 5,000, something like that. If you're motivated, if you're driven, if you're able to put your head down and grind, you can do all of this quicker. If you sell higher dollar items, you can do this quicker. So these are all things to cut into it, and it's really something you have to think about. Time management is something that I fail on, that all of the people that I talk to, it appears on the top of that list more so than not. Time management, time management, time management. And I imagine it's really hard when you work a full-time job and or a part-time job or something besides reselling. So that's going to answer the question: how many hours, how many days, how much time does it take, how many listings do you need? Well, I just told you, if you're going to hit those numbers, you're going to need 1,000 to 1,200 listings, and you're going to have to maintain those levels. So hopefully that breaks it down a little bit. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching this quick video. When are you guys taking down your Christmas trees? 2 weeks, a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I don't know. Put it in the comments. I'd love to hear when you're going to put it down. It is 4:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. Today's the 4th, I think, or the 5th. It's football season. It's the Bills and Texans. I'm going to go watch the NFL playoffs. Enjoy it. Go Ravens next week. Not this week. They're off. And thank you for watching the video. Make sure you check out all the other videos on my channel and all the new content coming. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be at 100,000 very soon. And thank you to all of you that have subscribed to the channel. And if you missed your chance at the $20.20 complete training, reselling, social media, VIP, and accountability program for just $20.20 for a year, it's below. The link is still available. And since I had such high demand, I'm leaving it there. We'll see how long I leave it there. It could be today, it could be next week, could be next month. It is down there. $20.20. You get everything, hundreds of videos, guides, and VIP groups. So take advantage of that, and I'll see you guys tomorrow night.